If you're buying in Conyers, Georgia, one small mistake could cost you thousands. I'm breaking down the 5 biggest mistakes that buyers make here so you can avoid them and make a smart move. If you're planning to move to Conyers or anywhere in East Metro Atlanta in the next 3 to 6 months, this is going to save you time, money, and a lot of frustration. I'm Ken Harper with the Crosspoint team, and I've helped people from all across the country successfully move to Metro Atlanta for over 30 years. So let's jump right in with the first big mistake: misunderstanding the inspection process. In Conyers, especially under that $350,000 price point, most of the homes are going to be 10 years or older. Many of the entry-level homes were built in the 1980s or 1990s, and a large percentage of these listings are vacant. The seller has gone ahead and moved out and done some updates. A lot of buyers walk into these homes that look great on the surface. There's fresh paint, new floors, maybe an updated kitchen. But here's what they miss. While that makes the home look great, it can also hide bigger issues. Things like your roof, the HVAC system, and the water heater. Those are your 3 biggest potential expenses. And you need to know how old they are, whether they're functioning properly, whether they have been serviced consistently over the years, and how close they are to needing to be replaced. Not being fully informed on these bigger items could lead to costly unexpected expenses, especially early on in your new home. On the flip side, we also see buyers go the other direction. They get an inspection report back, and suddenly everything feels like a deal breaker. They treat the inspection report like it's a punch list for the seller to fix everything before closing. But here's the reality. Not everything on an inspection report is a major issue. A quality home inspection will provide information about cosmetic issues, as well as the big systems in the home. You need to focus on the big things, not the cosmetic items. Inspection reports will also note any item in the home that does not meet the current construction codes. But here's a major point you need to understand. It's not necessary to bring every home up to current code here in Georgia. Many of these issues are grandfathered in, and there are no government inspections needed for resale homes here. This is playing out in real time here in Conyers. Recently, we have seen more contracts fall apart during the inspection period than usual, and a lot of that's driven by unrealistic expectations about what actually constitutes a problem, what sellers will agree to fix. This is exactly why it's so important to have a right team, both a great inspector and an agent who can help you understand what actually matters and help you navigate the process with both the buyers and the seller's expectations in mind. Now let's talk about something that can really impact your monthly payment. Our second big mistake concerns property taxes and some hidden costs. Here in Rockdale County, there's actually a unique opportunity. There's a homestead exemption tied to the sales tax rebate that, when filed correctly, can save homeowners thousands of dollars per year. If you live in your new home as your primary residence, you're entitled to that rebate. But there's a catch. You have to file for it. If you don't understand the process after you move in, you could be leaving serious money on the table. Beyond taxes, we also see buyers overlook monthly expenses that can greatly impact the budget. First are HOA fees. They're usually collected annually, and they're not included in the mortgage payment. Since this is collected at closing, it can slip through as one of those one-time expenses. But when next year's payment is due, it can be quite a surprise. For most communities here in Conyers, those annual fees are going to range from a couple of hundred to up to $1,000. But in some of those communities where the HOA also includes the lawn maintenance, those costs can add up pretty quickly if you're not prepared. Next are some utility expenses. Clients moving from some parts of the country are surprised at how much their electric bills can vary from month to month. But this is the South, so air conditioning is not a luxury here, it's a way of life. Electric bills can double during the hottest summer months, and if you're not prepared, that can put a crimp on the budget. We advise our clients to seek out past utility bills from the seller during the due diligence period so that they can properly plan for that. The third big mistake that we see, and this one is huge, is commute times. A lot of buyers don't fully think through what their daily drive is going to look like, and in Atlanta, traffic patterns and the time of day really matter. Traffic tends to build up early here, often by 6 a.m., and it can extend as late as 10 in the morning. The afternoon driving experience also varies depending on the time of year. When you need to be on the road can completely change your experience. And here's the part people don't think about. Choosing the perfect home without knowing how much time you're going to spend in your car every day can significantly diminish your quality of life. Like most native Atlantans, I have spent way too much of my life sitting in traffic. And there's only so much that Spotify or podcasts can help out with that. There are ways to work around traffic here. It's important enough to determine where in the metro area you start your search. But if you get this wrong, it's expensive to fix. Once you own that home, the traffic isn't going anywhere. And if you decide later that that commute doesn't work, now you're dealing with selling costs, having to move again, and potentially losing money. The fourth big mistake especially impacts buyers moving from places like New York or New Jersey or maybe Philly. Conyers is not a walkable, high-density environment. You're not stepping outside your home and walking 6 blocks to grab coffee or dinner. This is a lifestyle where people are going to get up, get in their cars, and go to work. They're going to come home in the evening and spend time enjoying their home and their yard. And honestly, that's why a lot of people move here. Larger lots, more space, the ability to host friends. That's the lifestyle. If you're looking for nightlife, concerts, or fine dining, those are things you're going to have to drive to do. Places like Decatur or downtown Atlanta offer that, but it's not happening every weekend right here. But here's the key. Thousands of people choose this lifestyle every year. It's typically a 30 or 45-minute drive into Atlanta. It's not hours away. So it's not about getting better or worse, it's about knowing what you're choosing. Finally, one of the biggest mistakes we see, buyers not understanding how the market works at their specific price point. Because here's the reality. In some price ranges here in Conyers, especially that entry-level market, inventory is low and demand is high. That means that you're competing and sellers have the advantage. But in other price ranges, there are far fewer buyers. There are more homes to view, more time to decide, and a much stronger position for buyers to negotiate for what's most important for them. If you don't understand where you sit in that market, you could overpay for the home. You could end up acting too quickly and miss out on a better opportunity. Or worse, miss out on your first choice home by waiting too long. And finally, you could end up negotiating poorly and leaving money on the table. The primary cause of all 5 of these mistakes is a lack of information. You just don't know what you don't know. But if you're thinking about moving to Conyers or anywhere else in Metro Atlanta, my team and I help buyers navigate this every day, from understanding the market to avoiding these exact mistakes. So if you want help finding the right home and making a smart move, reach out. We'd love to help.